How to make an automatic item sorter and auto chest system. So you can place items into this chest and they will get sorted into the appropriate slots. So I'm going to put the diamonds in and then all of these other resources as well. And some of these will be sorted into their own chests, and the ones that don't have their own chests will just go into the general junk or like normal area for any items that aren't sorted. So you can add as many different items to be sorted as you want, but any that aren't will just go into the chests down the end here. Now, instead of using the top row of hoppers, you can also use a water stream. I'll explain how to do that in a bit, and I'll also explain an easy way to be able to get iron for the rest of the hoppers that you do need. There is different ways you can do this. This is just the simplest one to be able to build. Here is the items being sorted. So as you can see, the diamonds are going into this chest, and the diamonds are now in this chest, and then it will move on to the other resources as well. And it will take a while for the rest of the items to filter into the chests, but I will show you them later on. So this is a system that you need to be able to sort an item, and then I'm going to show you how you can stack it into the system over here. So to be able to build this is what you need. You need 4 blocks, you need a comparator and a repeater, a redstone torch, 2 redstone dust, and then also 2 hoppers and 2 chests. So to be able to build this to begin with, we're first of all going to place down the blocks. So place a block here, and then place a block beside it, and a block on top. You might want to get some extra spare blocks as well, and you can do any blocks. I'm just using white concrete, as I thought it looked cool and was easy to be able to see the redstone components around. And then place 2 blocks at the front like so. Next, get yourself a redstone repeater, and you need to face it into the wall like that. So it needs to be going that direction. And then get yourself 2 redstone dust, and place these on these 2 blocks here. So one here, so the top block and then the bottom block. And then for the top front, you need to have your redstone comparator. Now you need to make sure this is facing the right direction, so it might face this direction. So to get it to face the other way, you need to just place it this direction like so. And as you can see, that is now facing the right way, facing forward. And then what you need to do is get yourself your 2 hoppers. So I'm going to go ahead and get the first hopper, and you need to place this hopper going off of the redstone comparator. So go towards the redstone comparator, shift click or crouch, and then click on it, and it should go ahead and lean in towards the comparator. So as you can see, if it's pointing towards the comparator, you've done that correctly. Then you need to get yourself your chest. So I'm going to go ahead and place the chest down here like so. So 1 chest there, and then 1 chest there. And then the second hopper needs to go into the chest, so like so. And then you need your redstone torch as the final piece. So place the redstone torch down here on this block right here. And hopefully we've done this correctly first time. Then you need to get whatever item you want to sort. So in this case, I'm going to use raw gold. And in the top hopper, you need to place a raw gold in each of the slot or whatever you're sorting. So as you can see, each of these 5 slots will have a raw gold in. And in the first slot, you need to have 18 of this raw gold. So I'm going to keep going until I get to 18. And then you need to make sure you're doing this slow enough for each of them to work. If you do this too fast, it might break and it might not work for you. So make sure you're going slowly. And if we go to 18, anything above 18 will just automatically get put into the next hopper and then flow into the chest. So as you can see, there's now some of this gold in here. And there is also some of the gold in here, or 1 piece of the gold in here. So you're going to need quite a lot of these materials to get it started. So, of course, you're going to need the 18. You're then going to need the other 4 here as well. So that is 22. And then you need 1 here as well. So 23 in the hoppers. And then the rest will go into the chest automatically and be sorted. So I placed the chest down on top of the top hopper. If I just place the gold in here, as you can see, it will start to go into this chest here. And the items are being sorted. And if we go back over to the sorting system, then all the items are being sorted into these chests, or have now been sorted into these chests, as you can see. So these are just overflow chests. This one here is for any items, and then these here are for the items that have been sorted. So the iron, the diamonds, the gold, the emeralds, amethyst, and anything else as well. Okay, so how do you build this system here? Well, I'm going to go into spectator mode so I can show you the redstone systems. So the systems at the back is basically the same as what we just built, but right next to each other, as you can see. So there's the comparators, the redstone dust, and then the repeaters underneath. And then there's redstone torches on the front like so. And the hoppers are pretty much the same too. So they're just leading into a chest, and then the hoppers each have the items sorted like I showed how you can do over there. But then the difference is that you just have multiple of these together, and then you have the top row of hoppers which just have the items. So the most important thing here is where the hoppers are leading to. So as you can see, the hoppers along the top are going all the way across, and then the ones the next layer down are facing into the comparators, and then the ones underneath are going into the chests. And if you don't want to do this with the hoppers, you can build a water system instead. So you can build something like this, which is just like a water flow, and the water flow will move the item into the hoppers instead. So then you don't need as many hoppers. You can get rid of the top row of hoppers and use water instead. And then you can have a redstone clock, if this was turned on, to just keep pumping out the items when they get put into the dropper from the chest. Of course, item filters or auto sorting systems can be very good for chest rooms where you want the chest to be automatically sorted. However, you can also use them in farms or with auto crafting. So, for example, you could craft gold or iron from gold or iron farms into iron blocks, or bones into bone blocks, or many other use cases like that. So if I turn on this system right here, then the diamonds will go from this chest, they'll be crafted into diamond blocks, and then the diamond blocks will be put into this chest right here. Now, this is a very simple example of the crafter being used. You can, of course, make this way more complicated. You can make it do more complicated items. However, that will take a long time to explain. I want to keep this as simple as possible, but I do have another video that goes through the crafter if you do want to know how to use it in more detail. I'll leave it in the YouTube card, in the description, and the pinned comment to this video. But for now, we're just going to stick to this system right here. So if you put items in the chest, they'll go into these hoppers. They'll flow through and go into the appropriate chests, and then they'll go into the overflow chests or the unsorted chests at the end if there is no space for them in the sections, if they're not sorted into the system at all yet. And you can build this as large as you want or as small as you want to as well. If you have any questions or need any help, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're thinking it's too much iron, then don't worry, as you can make this super simple iron farm in Minecraft. Check out the video on screen to learn how.